let me tell you what each of these mean. So I know you're probably like, okay, what is this going towards? Okay, so all of these measurements can be used to either make a closure wig, frontal wig, a closed top wig, anything, right? So the circumference is going to determine the wig head that you're going to use. So when I say by wig head, what type of canvas head you're going to use. That's for the circumference. It's to determine the canvas head type. For the front to nape, that's going to determine how snug it's going to fit once your client put their wig on. So you know how like you place your wig up here, and then you don't want to make that too big or too small. You want to make sure it's just right. So it's going to determine how much they can pull their wig forward, front to nape, how much they can pull it forward, how much they can pull it back. From the ear to ear under the nape, if you have a client who's bald, who's thinning, who doesn't have a lot of hair to help clamp on their wig and they want extra security, you will put an elastic band. Temple to temple, that is to help you with closure wigs. So with closure wigs, typically closure wigs start about right here. Frontal wigs go all the way down to your ear, but closure wigs start up here and go like a little bit further, but they don't always go far down like a frontal wig. The ear to ear across the top of the head, that is for frontal measurements. The temple to temple around the back of the head, some wigs are made to where you can barely pull up the wig to cover up their real hair, and if you have a client who's thinning, balding, you definitely want the wig to cover up and pull forward. And the nape of the neck is just determine where their wig is going to lay in the back of their neck once they put it on. Like I said, this one specifically is custom. This one specifically is general. So custom, general. So when I say in general, I know a lot of companies, they do ready to wear wigs. So ready to wear means you make a whole bunch of wigs based off a circumference number. So they'll typically ask you, what's your circumference number, and that's it. Like, do you wear are you a circumference of 21? Are you a circumference of 22? Are you a 23 circumference? Are you a 24 circumference? And you got some people who head as big as a 25 circumference, and then they do everything else based off their general measurements. I mean, you won't ask your client for custom measurements. You just go off the in general measurements and go based off like that. Basically, it's the same as my custom one. Some of them is a little different, but it's just about the same. And now let me show you how to clock all of these measurements and so